Good morning, and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Boca Raton, a religious community free in faith, diverse in thought, united in caring, and committed to action. I'm Nora Martinez, your worship associate, joined by Ron Ruff, your service coordinator. Our part-time minister, Reverend Edith A. Love, is away this week at the UUA General Assembly. Our service will begin shortly. Now would be the time to silence your phone and quiet your minds. If you did not pick up a hymnal in an order of service on the way in, please raise your hand and an usher will bring them to you. For those in the sanctuary, our service is broadcast to a remote audience over Zoom, and sometimes we may take still pictures. If you do not want your photo to be taken or broadcast, there is a section which is out of reach of a camera in the back of the left side of the sanctuary, just in front of the IT team. Please feel free to move to that section now if you do not wish to be videoed or photographed. If you're attending this morning's service as a participant on Zoom, welcome. Our Zoom chaplain this morning is Cindy Mullaney. Good morning, Cindy. How many people are joining us virtually this morning?
Well, first of all, I want to welcome everyone. We're glad you've joined us from near and far. And I'm happy to report that we have 15 of us gathered online this morning. Thank you for being a part of our UU community.
Great. We're so glad you can join us. Please turn your cameras on and wave hello. If you're here in the sanctuary with me, let's wave back at the web camera and greet our online participants. Let's also take the opportunity to say hello to those around us, especially visitors and guests.
Before we continue, I have a 2-minute presentation from pictures and videos sent by Reverend Edith to bring to you, all of you, a small glimpse into this year's General Assembly. I will warn you that if you do experience nausea or vertigo, you might want to close your eyes for a portion of this video. I'm sorry, I apologize in advance. There's your warning.
Hi everybody, welcome to GA. Here's our flag.
Take good care of her. I'll come see you again.
Apparently they sell a lot of books at the GA.
The sanctuary of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Boca Raton resides today on the traditional homelands and unceded territories of the Native American tribes who once called Palm Beach County home. We encourage all to learn about the significance of the early inhabitants, the Haga, Tequesta, Seminole, and Miccosukee tribes. We pay respect to the resiliency of their tribal members, past and present, and to all indigenous peoples, their way of life, their profound connection to the land, and their enduring legacy in the South Florida region and throughout the nation. With gratitude, we honor the land itself and its stewards over generations. With a collective knowledge of the past, we are inspired to teach, live, and support a future that empowers all individuals. Now, let us be seated and quiet ourselves, bringing the whole of our being into this sacred hour. A listing of events happening this week at the Fellowship appears in the order of service, with special announcements listed in the insert. A few informational slides will roll as our accompanist Marina Machado performs To a Wild Rose by Edward McDowell.
Good morning. I am not Patrick Larson. My name is Bill Jensen, and I serve on the Board of Trustees of our fellowship. I invite other members of the board, all one of you, to raise your hand. Look for us after the coffee hour, so we will be glad to answer or hear your thoughts and answer any questions you might have about the fellowship. And we promise to answer to the best of our ability. If you are visiting for the first time and are returning after an absence and feel comfortable doing so, we invite you to introduce yourself, raise your hand, and either the board trustee member or the service coordinator will walk down the steps and bring a mic to you. If you're on Zoom, please type a note into the chat and tell us who you are, and if you wish, the location you're joining us from. Our Zoom chaplain will share your chat with us. You can add your email address to be added to our mailing list. While we bring the mic around, I ask those in the Cleary Sanctuary and nearest the end of each row to please take out of the brown portfolio the canvas tote tied at the end of the chair, and please sign the attendance sheet and pass it on to the next person next to you. The last person to sign the attendance sheet shall pass the folio back so they can be returned to the canvas tote at the end of each row. Thank you for your help. By the way, we're glad you're here.
And I just wanted to say we have no visitors typing in the chat just now. But if you're here with us for the first time, welcome. We're so glad you've joined this virtual community. But I did want to bring up Eric Landstrom. He did type in. He's not a new visitor, but he's joining us from UU Society of One Raton, New York. I might have pronounced that wrong, but welcome.
Is there anyone here in the sanctuary that would like to introduce himself if you're new or returning after a long absence? Just your name and where you're from. Okay.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's me and my partner's first time here. My name is Kat, and that's Ariel, and we're really excited to be here.
Welcome, Kat and Ariel. Anyone else here in the sanctuary? Yes.
Hi, I'm Marie. I've been visiting regularly for a few months, but I was absent for about a few weeks, so I'm back, and I'm happy to be back. Hello.
Welcome back, Marie.
Please join me in affirming out loud our fellowship's covenant. Love is the doctrine of this faith. The quest for truth its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, to the end that all shall grow into harmony. Thus do we covenant with one another.
Please rise in body or in spirit to join us in our gathering hymn number 311, Let It Be a Dance. The lyrics will appear on the screen.
are used in spiritual practice, in sound healing, and in meditation. Moving the dowel over the singing bowl causes vibration. Vibrations build resonance, and resonant overtones bring harmony. I invite you to listen to the swell and fade of the sound. As you enter into a quiet, centered place within, breathe in acceptance and breathe out release until the silence is all that remains. As we light our chalice in the sanctuary this morning, we invite those participating on Zoom to light a candle as well. Type into the chat that a chalice is lit on your street, or community, or town. Let Us Remember by Reverend J. Wolin. Permission secured by Soul Matters. As we come together, let us remember those who have come before us, both known and unknown, and sacrificed so that we could have the opportunities we have. Let us think about those yet to come, both known and unknown, and the world will leave them. Let us act with our values, the impact of which is both known and unknown. Let us move forward with hope for a world we can imagine and one we cannot fathom. As we light this chalice, let it light the path as we move forward and worship together, together in freedom.
Let the spirit of life and love draw our fellowship together now into an open circle of care. May its presence be known within us, among us, and through us, reminding us that we are not alone. We encourage you to write your personal concerns and joys in the Book of Living Memory on the podium out in Osias Hall. Your words in the book, they let our Reverend Edith know how she may better minister to our beloved community. This also helps the care team follow up with members and friends. At this time, we invite you to come close. We want to hear from you. State your name clearly and briefly speak aloud the personal concerns you hold in your heart. Please keep it to a few sentences to respect everyone's time. Gently release a stone into the water after, and let the weight fall from your heart. If you are unable to come forward, please raise your hand and a microphone will be brought to you. For those joining on Zoom, please share your concerns in the chat.
We gratefully acknowledge this offering today with Prelude in B minor, Opus 28, number 6, by Frédéric Chopin, performed by Marina Machado.
If you've got joy, share it. If something wonderful has happened to you, we want to hear it. Please come to the mic up front and speak your joy as you would your concern. Please be sure to tell us your name. Speak a little slower than usual so everyone can hear you, and keep your joy to a single sentence or so. If you are not able to move easily to the microphone, we'll bring a mic to you. On Zoom, type your joy in the chat and it will be read aloud by our Zoom chaplain, Cindy. Please remember that a joy is something that has happened to you or a loved one, whereas an announcement is something that will happen. If you have an announcement, send it to the office by Friday.
So,
Next slide.
the snack. Okay, Snack Angels are back and live. On the Sunday of the month that you are angelic, your contribution can be made homemade goodies, cheese and crackers, a gluten-free treat, fresh fruit, half and half, coffee beans, or cash. Surprise us. And the fourth Sunday is next, and that's with the Angels with initials T through Z.
Hi, everybody. I want to announce that our Healing Justice team is leading a packing party today, right after the service. We are packing comfort kits for women traveling out of state for reproductive health care, and all are invited. So if you want to help us for even a few minutes or as long as you can stay, you're welcome to join us.